Hi guys, this is Miss Ross. All right, so today I'm going to be teaching you about the order of operations. And the order of operations is the order that you have to solve numerical expressions. And I'm going to kind of get into that in a minute. But, and please excuse my soup cans here. I've got SpaghettiOs and spaghetti rings. I'm at home right now recording this, so just forgive me. I apologize. So some of you on the playground have played a game called Hopscotch. And when you play Hopscotch, you know that the board is set up in a series of blocks and you have to jump through the blocks. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to make an order of operations hopscotch. So here we go. What I want you to do is I want you to make one large square. Let's see. I want you to make one large square right about, middle way down your page, okay? Right? And then I want you to take that and I want you to divide that into quarters, okay? This is part of our hopscotch board, all right? Now, about the size of these 4 squares, I want you to make another square just about that size right here, and an additional one right above that right here. So you can see that this kind of looks like a hopscotch board. If you were outside on the playground, a lot of little girls draw them on the floor, draw them on the pavement there. Okay. So when you're thinking about order of operations, you are going to be thinking there's an order that you have to solve the problems in. And in the first thing that you do when you see a numerical expression is you are going to solve the P. And P stands for parentheses. So go ahead and write that down. Big word. Parentheses. And I'm going to draw a picture of what those look like. They look like that. Okay? P or parentheses. The second thing that you're going to solve, and this is not really applicable to the 5th grade, but you will see it in grades as you move forward, is you will solve the exponents. Okay, so right here, write exponents.
Miss Ross, what is exponents?
Exponents are those, sometimes you'll see 4 and then you'll see a teeny tiny 2 up there. That is an exponent, okay? And what this means, 4 to the second power this exponent here, it means 4 times 4, okay? But as I said, you're not really going to run into this in 5th grade. We do not do exponents in 5th grade, but you will start to see them in 6th grade moving forward. All right, the next block. All right, so first you're going to solve your parentheses. Then you'll do exponents. The next block, you will do multiplication and division, okay? And it's whichever one of them comes first. So you will do the multiplication and the division, whichever one comes first when you're moving from the left to the right in the expression. And I'm going to give you an example in a moment. Okay, so write this here. Write this arrow here because I want you to understand the reason why I put them side by side and not stacked on top of each other, because it's either one of them. You jump to the parentheses, then you jump to the exponents, and then you can jump either division or multiplication, whichever one comes first, left to right in the problem. All right, then the next line, you are going to do addition and subtraction. So put A and S. And this is addition and subtraction. Now these are also side by side because you're going to do whichever one comes first when you're going through the expression from the left to the right. Okay? Addition and subtraction. Oh, and let me underneath these write what these are. So here, this was multiplication. Multiplication. And this one was division. This one is addition. Let me move to my other colored pen. This is addition. And this one is subtraction. And again, with multiplication and division, it's whichever one comes first, going left to right. And addition and subtraction, it's whichever one comes first, going left to right. It could be either one of them. Okay, so let's do an example. And in the example that I give here, I am going to include an exponent, even though you will not have one. You won't be working with exponents in the fifth grade. I still just want you to see it. Okay, so let's say you have, write this down. Let's say you have 4 to the second power, there's an exponent, plus 3 times 1 plus 2, okay? All right, so the first thing you have to do on your hopscotch, I'm starting here, this is my starting point. First thing I have to do is I have to do the parentheses. So let's do that first. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and the rest of the problem stays the exact same. So you just do one step at a time. Okay, so now we have taken out 1 plus 2, and we're ready to move on to the next step. Okay, so we did the parentheses, those are gone. So next in my hopscotch, I went to the parentheses. The next in the hopscotch is to do the exponent. So let's do the exponent. 4 to the second power is 4 times 4, which is 16. And as I said, you don't have to know this, but I want to give you an example. So now you've got 16 plus 3 times 3. You only take out one thing at a time. Okay, so now I'm on my hopscotch again. I did the parentheses, check. I did the exponent, check. And now I've got addition and multiplication. And I need to know which one I can do next. Well, I'm here on exponents. I can jump to multiplication and division. So multiplication and division come before addition and subtraction. I can't just jump down here to subtraction. I have to do multiplication or division. So we're going to do the multiplication first. So 3 times 3 is 9. And then I've got 16 plus 9, and then I can do my addition. So 16 plus 9 is 25. And there is my answer, okay? Now, there's a few things that I want you to take note of. We're going to make 3 big bulleted stars down here. All right, first off, one of the most important things is always multiply and divide from left to right. Always. Write this down. Multiply and divide from left to right. And it depends on which one comes first, okay? If you've got division before multiplication, then you do the division first. All right, next thing we're gonna put in here is, next bullet point, really important, is you are always going to add and subtract from left to right. So write that down. Always add and subtract from left to right. All right, and I'm going to underline my add and subtract, because if the subtraction, let's say if you had a subtraction before addition, you would do the subtraction before the addition. And then the last thing is that you are always going to follow order of operations inside the parentheses. So sometimes, hang on, let me finish writing this. Parentheses. Okay, so sometimes inside the parentheses, you'll have something that looks like this. It'll have like 7 plus 9 divided by 3, okay? And all of that's inside the parentheses, right? And a lot of kids will be tempted to do the addition first, but you cannot do the addition first. You have to do it order of operations inside the parentheses as well. So if I'm looking up here at my Hopscotch, I do my parentheses, but inside of there, I have to go in order. So multiplication and division come before addition. So I would do 6 divided by 3 is 3, and then 7 plus 3 is 10, okay? So I would do the division first because division comes first on my Hopscotch. Okay, so what I want you to do is make sure that you have this in your math notebook, okay? You will need it. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.